Hey guys, welcome to part 1 of the Tombs of Amascut guide series. The purpose of this series is to show you guys everything that you need to know, both as a new player and even veteran players, on how to get through and past the Tombs of Amascut. This guide's aimed to be a collective compendium of everything you would need to know. Today's video is going to be focused on Zebak. Once you're inside, go ahead and go through the red barrier. From here, you're going to need at least one inventory space so you can pick up the water container that's on the sides of the room. Once you have a water container, the goal is going to be to run across one of these booby-trapped areas and reach the waterfall at the very end, and then deposit the water at the palm tree in the very middle. You have to be careful though, because periodically crocodiles will start to spawn and try to steal the water. Please note that you also lose water if you get hit by any of the poison or the spikes from the traps on the way or from the waterfall. If you're having trouble getting across the booby traps while grabbing water from the waterfall, here are a few simple tips to make it easier for you. First one I would recommend is downloading the Tile Packs plugin. This is one of the best plugins when it comes to raids and a lot of high-level PVM. Once you have that downloaded on Runelite, go ahead and click on the plugin icon on the right hand side, Tile Packs. Scroll down until you see ToA Zebak puzzle and click the plus button to enable it. You'll see a bunch of tiles pop up in the puzzle room. Now the way that this tile works is it's basically taking advantage of how your character runs. In case you didn't already know, whenever you run in Runescape, okay, it actually skips a tile. So right now you can see my player character. The blue tile underneath my player character indicates where the game thinks that I actually am. Okay, so while I'm walking, you can notice that the blue tile tends to go ahead of my character just a tiny bit before my character's animation actually finishes and reaches that tile. But the blue tile is where my character actually is. Okay. With that being said, you can see it always goes one tile at a time. When you actually run though, while running, your character actually skips a tile every time. So you're actually moving every other tile while running. So the way that these tiles work is that it actually takes advantage of how your character runs by skipping every tile. So the idea would be that you start off on one of these beginning yellow tiles, and then whenever a row appears that does not contain poison, you can go ahead and just click on the waterfall at the very end and just skip all of the spikes and poison damage. All right, so this row doesn't have poison. I'm gonna go ahead and run across, and you can see here, I only got hit by the poison right there, but I never got hit by any spikes. So if I want to avoid getting hit by anything again here, I'll just wait here on this yellow tile. I'll wait for when poison doesn't appear on my row, and I'll just run to the very end. There's no poison in this row, just go ahead and run. So you can see I'm skipping all of the tiles where the spikes would appear. I'm skipping over them while running, and as long as I'm not in a row where poison is, I don't have to worry about getting hit with poison. Another useful tip is that the crocodiles that spawn within the room can actually be frozen with ice spells from the ancient spellbook. You can actually stand in front of the crocodiles to prevent them from reaching the palm tree, and you're kind of essentially body blocking them. So like in this case, for example, I am literally preventing the crocodile from reaching the palm tree, so even if I don't have ice spells, I'm not on the ancient spellbook, I can still stop the crocodile from reaching the palm tree and reducing the amount of water in it while waiting for teammates to come and fill it up. Once you're done, the palm tree will be fully filled up and you can go ahead and go towards the exit. Now we're at the boss fight. Unless you have a Tumika's Shadow, Zebak is weakest to ranged attacks. So I would highly recommend wearing your range gear for this. Zebak has ranged and magic basic attacks. Ranged attacks are giant boulders. Magic attacks are red water jugs. Against magic, make sure to pray magic. Against range, pray range. Zebak has two special attacks that he will use every once in a while. The first one being where he sprays poison on the ground, some water jugs, and he creates a massive tidal wave. All you have to do is avoid walking on the poison and just step in between the gaps of the tidal wave. While you're waiting for the next set of waves to come your way, you can continue attacking Zebak in between the waves. His second special attack is similar to the first. He'll create poison on the ground with water jugs, but this time boulders. The objective is to push the water jugs towards the boulders so that way they explode and clear any surrounding poison. Afterwards, you're going to want to walk behind one of the cleared boulders, because shortly afterwards Zebak will roar and do a lot of damage if you're not standing behind him. You can stand up to 3 tiles behind boulders to not take any damage. When playing with the Not Just a Head invocation, Zebak will occasionally summon a red blood cell that will chase you around the room. Just run away from the red blood cell and it will eventually go away on its own. If the blood cell happens to touch you, it will heal Zebak and deal damage to you. He'll also occasionally cast Blood Barrage magic in order to heal himself, just like from the ancient spellbook. When playing in groups, you want to stand a couple tiles away from each other to avoid getting hit by the AoE effect. The Arterial Spray invocation will increase the size of the AoE, as well as doing increased damage from the blood cell and the AoE attack. The Blood Thinners invocation simply turns the large blood clot from earlier into 3 smaller blood clots that do the exact same thing. The strategy is the same, just run away from them until they eventually disappear. You cannot damage them, so don't even try. The Upset Stomach invocation makes it so that Zebak's poison spreads out farther, as well as water jugs cleanse less poison when they explode. They get reduced from a 5x5 radius to a 3x3 radius instead. When Zebak's path level is 4 or higher, his basic attacks become significantly faster, especially during his enraged phase. The proper timing for selecting your protection prayers against Zebak during his enraged phase is to essentially switch prayers as soon as his basic attack explodes. Now that we've explained every mechanic and invocation for Zebak, let's go ahead and take a look at an example of what a fight might look like with all invocations on with Zebak at level 4. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, that means you must have enjoyed the video, in which case, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Part 2 of the ToA guide series will be coming out sometime soon. If there's a specific boss you would like help with the most, go ahead and let me know in the comments section down below. In the meantime, I would like to give a notable shout out to Scotty J in both my clan and Discord for helping me out with some of the B footage for this video. While you guys are waiting for the next video, go ahead and stop on by my Discord server where I am frequently trying to update and create new guides for pretty much everything RuneScape related. So if you need help with something or you just want to come by, make some friends, say hi, stop on by. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.